The universe is vast, dark, and full of secrets. We bridge the gap between hard science and the unexplained, from the smallest quark to the ultimate query. This is the Sentinel Files. Steel rusts, concrete crumbles, glass becomes sand. If humanity vanished tomorrow, 10,000 years would erase us completely. Our cities would collapse into rust and vine. Our roads would dissolve under roots and rain. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. We've had industry for 300 years. We occupy 0.0000067% of this planet's timeline. So if we disappear this easily, how do we know we were first? What if others rose and fell millions of years before dinosaurs existed? What if we're just the latest tenant, blind to everyone who came before? Here's the thought experiment that should terrify you. We might not be Earth's first civilization. In 2018, NASA astrophysicist Adam Frank and climate scientist Gavin Schmidt were discussing how to detect alien civilizations through pollution signatures. Schmidt asked, "How do we know we're the only civilization Earth has ever had?" Neither had an answer. They ran calculations and reached a chilling conclusion. We'd find nothing. They called it the Silurian Hypothesis, named after a Doctor Who episode with prehistoric intelligent reptiles. The question was simple. If an industrial civilization existed 50 million years ago and lasted 100,000 years, what would remain? Almost nothing. And what survived? We wouldn't recognize. Think about scale. Have had industry for 250 years. Dinosaurs died 66 million years ago. Finding a 100,000-year civilization in deep time is like finding 1 second in a month-long video. But time isn't the only enemy. Time destroys everything. The Great Pyramid is 4,500 years old and already eroding. Give it 100,000 years, and it's a mound. 1,000,000 years, it's gone. 10 million years, not even chemistry remains. Steel oxidizes, concrete dissolves, glass weathers into sand. Add earthquakes, volcanoes, and glaciers, and nothing built by hands survives. The oldest human tool is a 3.3 million-year-old stone. It only survived because sediment buried and protected it. Your phone becomes dust in 10,000 years. Your car might leave rust if you're lucky. The Empire State Building? In 1,000,000 years, maybe a mineral trace, maybe. Buildings don't survive. Tools don't survive. Chemistry does. Ancient civilizations leave chemical fingerprints, rapid changes in rock that hint at industrial catastrophe. Burning fossil fuels spikes atmospheric carbon. That carbon acidifies oceans and settles into sediment. Millions of years later, there's a thin layer with unusual isotope ratios, the signature of burned hydrocarbons. We're creating that layer now, the Anthropocene boundary. Future geologists will see it, like we see the iridium layer from the dinosaur-killing asteroid. A sharp line before, after. We're also leaving microplastics embedded in sediment worldwide, concentrated rare earth elements from electronics mining, altered nitrogen cycles from industrial fertilizer, radioactive isotopes from nuclear testing. Here's the disturbing part. Ancient rocks show anomalies, carbon spikes, weird isotopes, rapid atmospheric shifts. Most have natural explanations: volcanoes, asteroids, climate cycles. But some don't fit perfectly. The Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, 56 million years ago, saw massive carbon release and temperature spikes of 5 to 8 degrees Celsius in a few thousand years. Oceans acidified. Sound familiar? Scientists blame volcanic methane release, but the mechanism is still debated. Could it have been civilization? Probably not. But if it was, Could we prove it? Even if evidence survived, would we recognize it? We find ancient humans through obvious artifacts, tools, pottery, buildings. But what if only chemical anomalies remain, explainable by nature? We'd call them natural. Science defaults to simple explanations. Volcanic activity beats unknown civilization. We've also barely sampled Earth's rocks. Most ocean floor is under 200 million years old. Plate tectonics destroyed the rest. Continental rock is weathered and buried. Huge chunks of history are missing. Finding a 100,000-year civilization in billions of years is astronomically unlikely. Even finding something suspicious, proving it artificial, would be impossible. You'd need overwhelming evidence. That evidence is probably gone. The Silurian Hypothesis isn't about finding lost worlds. It's about us. We are temporary. We're not Earth's culmination or permanent masters. We're a brief chemical event that might be noticed in 100 million years or not. Earth has erased everything for 4.5 billion years. Mountains, oceans, species. It will erase us, too. If others existed before and left no trace, what does that mean for us? In 100 million years, what remains? A carbon spike? Nothing? Are we building something lasting, or just another event waiting to be compressed and forgotten? Right now, we're creating exactly the signature the hypothesis predicts, spiking CO2 faster than any natural process, filling oceans with plastic, rewriting biogeochemical cycles, extinctions at dinosaur-level rates. Future geologists will see catastrophe, rapid chemistry shifts, mass extinction. They'll ask, what happened? If we don't survive, what will rocks say? Adaptation, or just a brief burn, followed by silence? This isn't about the past, it's about the future. It's a mirror showing our trajectory and the legacy we're carving into stone. We understand deep time. We see our impact. We have technology to change course. That might make us unique, but understanding doesn't guarantee wisdom. Rocks are full of extinction. Chemistry preserves disasters. The stone whispers survival isn't guaranteed. Planets endure. Civilizations don't. If a geologist 100 million years from now examined our layer, what would they see? A species that built sustainability? Or another brief industrial flare that burned out, leaving them wondering if it was just volcanoes? What story are we writing in stone? Will anyone be around to read it? Every answer we find only leads to a deeper mystery. If you are ready for more discoveries, please like and subscribe. The journey continues. This was the Sentinel Files.